Probably the thing that has most motivated me within the Add1Challenge are the mini challenges. In the sentences mini challenge, where you have to form as many sentences as you can, and the team with the most sentences wins. I got on like 2 days or 3 days into it and checked my team's progress, and my two teammates had already written a dozen sentences each, and I had just logged on for the first time. And I had this sense of, oh my goodness, I need to carry my weight. I can't let my team do all this for me. So that kicked in, and I wrote a bunch of sentences, and that just kept going. Every time I would get on, I would see their progress and just kind of think, I'm not going to be outdone by them. I'm going to do it too.
They're not necessarily studying the same language as you, but you're together in this group of about 3 people, and every week you kind of share, like, what you're struggling with, or what you managed to accomplish, and what you would like to accomplish in the next week. And that was really cool because we had one guy who was fluent in Mandarin, and then I know French, and one was learning French and I was learning Mandarin. But at the same time, even the guy who learned Mandarin, and then we couldn't really help him with Cantonese, he would still come and ask us, like, hey, I'm having this problem with, I forget what it was. It was something about his study technique, or how he organized his conversation exchange questions. And the other two, even though we weren't studying the same language, we were able to bounce ideas off each other for how we can make our studying more effective.
One was a native Hebrew speaker, so I was able to ask her questions, and the other one was studying my language, so I was helping her. So it was kind of like a triangle, I guess. And so that worked out really well. I was very happy with this placement, because of course there's a bigger group who all kind of motivate each other, but you also have the smaller group, which is much more close-knit. That worked out really well.
And then I really bonded with my study group. These are people who are studying the same language as you. And even though I was a complete beginner and they had a higher level than me, we still really enjoyed our sessions. We would pick a specific topic each week. I was able to prepare some vocabulary so that I could at least, recognize some common words that we'd all studied. We had a Chinese New Year party. So I couldn't really contribute very much, but I made Chinese dumplings and showed them over Skype, and I was able at that point to say, dumplings are good, dumplings are tasty. We would play guessing games, or we would give each other tours of our hometowns over Skype using Google Maps. Yeah, or just generally made each other laugh, send each other pictures of baby pandas and talk about them in our target language. So yeah, I really enjoyed my study group.
What was nice is that we were taking classes with the same teachers, with a few participants from the Add1Challenge. So yeah, that was fun. I mean, we could talk about each other. We had common interests. We knew the same people, so we always had enough topics to talk about. Like, hey, do you know what Brian did? Do you know what Brian did? Yes, exactly. That's what we did. That's what we did. That was good fun though.